In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the ultimate guide to all the automations that a 7-figure and multiple 6-figure business needs to run, such as real estate investors and wholesalers. Whether you're just starting out in the real estate investing space or you are a seasoned pro, automating a certain aspects of your business can save you time, increase your productivity, and ultimately help you close more deals, just like what we do in our business, over $200,000 a month. Before we dive into these details, let me share with you how I went from making $6,000 a month to $25,000 a month in just 3 months without any virtual assistant or hiring anyone, all thanks to my systems and automations. By streamlining my processes in the business and implementing all these automations, I was able to focus on finding more deals and growing my business without getting bogged down by admin tasks whatsoever. So in this video, I'm going to be covering everything from lead to Slack, lead to CRM, proposal creation, contract creation, Zap notifications, agent outreach, follow-up automations, and reactivation campaigns. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of each automation, how it works, and how to implement it into your own real estate investing business. So if you're looking to take your real estate investing game to the next level and streamline your business with the latest automations to run a multiple 6-figure or 7-figure business, then you are in the right place. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and destroy the like button to show some support, and let's dive into it. But let me tell you, this is not the business where you can just kick back and relax after a few months like the 4-hour work week book that promises to work only 4 hours. It's going to take continuous attention as you systemize, hire talented individuals, and work towards getting your time back. However, implementing the right automations will give you a lot of time back. That's why I developed these systems right from the very beginning, and I constantly redefined and improved them every single day until this day. Now, let's quickly go over the 4 main departments of this business: marketing, acquisitions, fulfillment, and dispositions. Each one of these departments has its own set of tasks and challenges. But with the right automations in place, you can streamline this process and make your life a whole lot easier. So the first one that we're going to talk about is lead to Slack. What does this even mean? Lead to Slack? What's a lead? What's a Slack? A lead is just someone that you have prospected to and potentially could convert into your client, right? A Slack is the communication channel that we use on a daily basis in order to communicate with our team, in order to communicate with our potential clients, or communicate with our clients as well. If you have a community, you can always also use Slack. This is the #1 tool that you need to be able to use in your remote business, all right? Let's talk about one of the most important aspects of real estate investing: managing leads. This is where a CRM can come in and truly revolutionize the way that you do business. So imagine this: you generate a ton of leads, but you don't have a system in place to organize and follow up with them. And you're also missing a lot of potential deals and losing money. That's where a CRM comes in. It allows you to easily manage and organize your leads so that you never miss out on a deal again. But wait, there's more. With the CRM, you can automate your lead follow-up process, freeing up valuable time and ensuring that every lead is properly nurtured. You can set up automated workflows to send out emails, text messages, and even make phone calls. As a matter of fact, I'll be giving you a sample of the workflow that we use after a lead comes in for 6 months continuously. Now, I know what you're thinking, but how do I integrate all of these lead sources with my CRM? Well, it's actually quite simple. You can use tools like Zapier or Make to connect your lead sources with your CRM and automatically import these new leads and updating existing ones. And once you have all your leads in one place, you can start creating workflows or flow maps to automate follow-up tasks. For example, you can set up a workflow to send an email as a new lead comes in as soon as they're added to your CRM, followed by a text message a few days later. You can even set up a task for yourself to follow up with the lead in a week if they have not responded. You can do this minutes by seconds by hours, and you can do it very specific. See how much time and effort you can save by automating your lead follow-up process with the CRM? Trust me, it's a game changer. So start exploring your options with other CRMs and being creative on how you're going to use your workflows. Who knows, you might end up just closing more deals than ever before. So picture this. You're a real estate investor and you're finished in your busy day and running around town and meeting your potential sellers and making offers. You get home exhausted only to realize that you've forgotten to follow up with one of your leads who seemed really interested in working with you to sell their house. Now, you're probably kicking yourself in the butt because you know that forgetting to follow up could mean missing out on a great deal. But what can you do? You're already maxed out the amount of work that you have to do every single day. But what can you do? That's where automation in the CRM comes in. CRMs will help you with the day-to-day. With a good CRM, you can easily manage all your leads in one place and automate your follow-up process. You can set up reminders and tasks for yourself and making sure that no leads fall through the cracks. And the best part is that you can do all of this without lifting a finger. Once you've set up your workflows, your CRM will take care of everything for you. You'll never have to worry about missing out on a deal again. But not all CRMs are created equal. That's why it's important to find the right one for your needs. Look for a CRM that can integrate with your lead sources and automate follow-up tasks. A good CRM should always allow you to customize your templates and that your proposals or contracts look professional or that reflects your brand colors and so on. So don't let missed opportunities keep you up at night, and start using a CRM today and watch your business grow and ultimately get more automated. Some CRMs that I fully recommend are Zoho, InvestorFuse, Infusionsoft, REI Rocket. You can use Ugly Podio. You can also use something as complicated as Salesforce. But the goal is that it will ultimately impact your specific business and will mold to your specific needs. You don't need to go all complicated at first. You just need something that in a minimal viable product will help you do the follow-up and the lead management. The third thing is going to be proposal or contract creation. So when you automate your proposal or contract creation, you're going to save time and reduce errors because now you're going to create a template of a proposal or a contract that will always fit in. For example, PandaDoc and DocuSign can actually automate your document creation from the CRM. If the CRM says that your seller has this address, this name, this email, this specific needs, you can always tell the CRM to automate that process, send it to your contract and proposal creator, and ultimately populate the exact template with the right custom fields, which are basically the blanks that the templates will have, and it will populate it, it will fill it up right in there for you by using the right tools. You need to make sure that you have tools that allow for automation. For example, PandaDoc is one of the biggest tools that will help you do exactly that. But apart from that, I know what you're thinking. Automating contracts, how boring can you get? But hear me out. By automating your proposal and contract creation, you can take this process that used to take hours and turn it into just a few minutes. Plus, you'll reduce the risk of human error and ensure that everything is consistent. So let's get into it. The first step is to choose the right tool. We already talked about PandaDoc and DocuSign, but there's a lot of options out there. My personal choices are always PandaDoc and DocuSign. They both offer templates that you can customize to meet your specific needs, and they have built-in e-signature functionalities that make the signing process a breeze and super simple. There are other options like HelloSign or other CRMs that actually offer in-house proposal system. So once you've chosen your tool, it's time to set up your templates. This is where the real magic happens. You can create templates for each type of proposal or your contracts that you use, and then you can customize them with your company's branding and specific terms and conditions. This way, you don't have to reinvent the wheel every time, and you need to just create a new document for that automation. And finally, it's time to automate the process. With tools like PandaDoc, you can integrate your templates with your CRM or other lead sources using Zapier or Make. This means that when a new lead comes in, you can automatically generate a proposal or contract that is tailored to their needs. without even lifting a finger. Just literally a button. So there you have it. By automating your proposal and contract creation, you'll save time, reduce errors, and be able to focus on what really matters, which is closing deals and making money. Plus, you will look like a professional in front of your clients because you'll be so fast. Things like wholesale contracts, buyer contracts, JV contracts, you can ultimately do. Let's go for the fourth one, which is Zapier notifications. I actually love this one because the power of Zapier is one of the biggest powerful tools that are out there. We also have make.com, which is a little bit more complex. I'm not going to go over that one in this video, but Zapier gives you the ability to get notifications about different events, such as leads, appointments, such as connecting different apps, and we can customize it to however we want to. Let's talk about the power of Zapier. If you're not familiar with Zapier, it's a tool that connects different apps and automates tasks between them. And let me tell you that the possibilities are endless. So picture this. You're out in a nice dinner with your family and suddenly your phone buzzes with a new lead notification. You can't exactly start making calls and sending emails right there at the dinner table, but you also don't want to miss out on that potential deal. That's where Zapier comes in handy. With Zapier, you can set up notifications for different events in your business. For example, you receive a text message or email whenever a new lead is added to your CRM, or you can get a notification when a contract is signed or a task is completed. You can also send a notification to a Slack so your team can take care of that right away. Setting up these notifications is easy. First, you'll need to connect your apps to Zapier. Then you can create a Zap, which is a term used in Zapier as an automated task, and choose which event you want to be notified about. Finally, you can customize the notification to meet your needs. For example, by specifying which fields should be included in the notification, or by adding a personalized message to your seller, to your buyer, to your JV agreement. But the real magic of Zapier is in the customization. You can set up notifications just for about anything, from new leads to missed appointments to closed deals. And with Zapier's flexibility, you can customize each notification to meet your needs. You can do crazy things where a new lead comes in and you have an email, but it also reminds your entire team. It has a Slack message going, and then it follows up with you for the next 5 days. You can also ultimately tell Amazon or Alexa to tell you that someone just came in. If you're at home, you can listen to Alexa right there, and you can do crazy things by connecting different apps across the internet. One time we had this crazy notification that every time that we got a contract, there was a Slack message showing where now it says, we just locked up a new contract. The contract came from this specific city, so we created a template that said new contract at San Antonio, for example, and it will show up this design, this amazing, beautiful design, and the entire team was celebrating because it looks so pretty, it looks really motivating, and the entire Slack channel would get notified about this new contract. So you can get very, very creative. And ultimately, you can also add a lot of value to your team. Another example is that you can set up a notification to remind you to follow up with the lead a few days later after they have been added to your CRM. Or you can create a notification to let you know that when a deal has been closed, it's time to celebrate. So start exploring the power of Zapier and don't be afraid to get creative with your notifications. You might find that it's a missing piece in your automation puzzle, right, Oreo? All right, so the next one would be agent outreach to appointments, to CRM. That one is beautiful because the way that you want to do agent outreach is usually through Facebook groups, Facebook outreach, or SMS in order to contact real estate agents that could potentially bring you deals. But how do you automate the appointments to CRM? So let's talk about that. Automating the process of scheduling appointments and adding them to your CRM. This is a crucial step in the real estate investing process, as it can be time consuming and tedious if it's done manually. But with the right tools and the workflows in place, you can easily streamline this process and save yourself valuable time. That's how we actually grew to $65,000 a month. One tool can be incredibly helpful, such as Calendly, or you can utilize a CRM booking automation, a scheduling app that allows you to easily set up appointments and sync them in your calendar. So let's say that you have a potential seller interested in selling their property, or an agent that potentially want to talk to you about this. Instead of going back and forth over email to schedule a time to meet, you can simply send them a link to your calendar page where they can select the time that works for them, or you can choose for them. You can agree on that and you can book an appointment for them. And the best part is that Calendly can be integrated with Zapier, allowing you to automatically add the appointment to your CRM. That means that you can easily keep track of all your appointments in one place and ensure that you never miss an appointment. But how do you set this up? It's actually quite simple. Just create a Zap in Zapier that connects Calendly with your CRM and set it up so that the trigger, whenever a new appointment is scheduled, it goes off. You can even set up a custom field in your CRM to capture important information about the appointment, such as the location or seller's contact information or the agent's information about their brokerage or their whatever email. And once the appointment is added to your CRM, you can set up automated workflows to follow up with the seller or the agent and ensure that you stay on top of the deal. You can even set up reminders for yourself to follow up with the seller at specific intervals. So, see how easy it can be to automate the process of scheduling appointments and adding them to your CRM? The best part is that once you have this workflow set up, you can sit back and let the automation do the work for you, because now you can follow up with email, text messages, and so on. So start exploring your options and don't be afraid to get creative with your workflows. Who knows, you might just end up closing more deals than ever before. And this is a huge nugget. When you do agent outreach or seller outreach and you use Facebook, for example, or Facebook groups, you're going to have conversations with them outside of the CRM. But if you use a tool like Calendly, then you agree with the agent or with the seller on a time. And guess what? Once you agree and you connect Calendly with Zapier, with your CRM, now you can drag the conversation and start a conversation once again in the CRM by following up with a text message. Now you have a way to quickly talk with this agent, talk with the seller, and continue the conversation. But also, you can also notify them once they are inside of your system and you have them logged in. You will be a speed conversation, which will add a lot of value to your customers. So when I was growing my business, I was using Facebook groups to reach out to potential clients and ultimately have conversations. We agreed on a time, and then when we agreed on a time, I booked them on an appointment. The SMS notification for the appointment confirmation went out, also an email, and then we started chatting on the CRM. All of that process literally took less than 2 minutes. Now I have their information, now I have their booked appointment, now I have their email, and I can just follow up with them at the time of the appointment or have a conversation before the appointment to see how we can help this potential client get to where they want to be. The next one is going to be the most important of all. You don't want to miss this out. Follow-up automation. This is what will make or break your business. I want to go deeply in this. This is what actually made us thousands of dollars every single month. And every single time that we get better at this, we make more money. Let's talk about the power of follow-up in the REI industry, wholesaling industry. And as you know, closing a deal requires consistent communication and follow-up with potential buyers and sellers. But let's be real, it can be exhausting and time-consuming to manually follow up with everyone in your pipeline. That's where automation comes in. By setting up a follow-up campaign using email or text messaging, you can save time and still stay in touch with potential clients. Plus, automation allows you to personalize your messages and send them at the optimal times, increasing the likelihood of a response. Just think about if someone has come in and given you the information that they need to sell their house, and it's maybe already 10:30 p.m. at night. You may only want to text them at that time. You don't want to call them. So with automations, the automation will understand that it's late at night. It will send a very subtle text message at night telling them that we acknowledge that they have came in, maybe with a subtle email, and then the next morning we'll be able to follow up with them with a more of an aggressive type of touch point. So now we're following up the next day with the better marketing, because the automation understands that the time was very late and it could be actually bothersome for a few people. Now, if you're wondering, how do I set up a follow-up campaign? Well, it's easier than you think. You may use tools like MailChimp or ActiveCampaign to create a series of automated emails or text messages to be sent at specific intervals. For example, you can send an initial follow-up message right after a client shows interest, followed by a detailed message a few days later, and then a reminder message a week after that. What we like to do is to be very aggressive in the very first 10 days, specifically when the lead comes in at the very beginning. The very first 10 days are the most important times after a lead has been generated. You want to capture them, you want to be able to get a hold of them on the phone, have a conversation with them, and let them know that you are there to serve them. So the first day, you may want to have at least 2 text messages, one after the other one, separated by a few minutes, maybe a follow-up one after a few hours if they have not responded, but also go together with emails, which gives the professional aspect of your business and also is subtle. A lot of people still check emails, especially sellers that are people that are older than 40 years old, or even buyers that have a lot of money and still are older than 40 years old, still checking emails. Make sure that you create a specific schedule. And as a matter of fact, I will be giving away a scheduled follow-up sequence, and it will be available in the link in the description below, where it's a Google Doc or a PDF that we created, and how you can actually set up your CRM to have a long-term automation after the lead has been generated. Now, just to make sure you understand, we actually use a CRM called REIRocketforce.com. This CRM allows us to quickly automate processes, have long-term follow-up, also create funnels, be able to have very complex workflows and automations, reminders, tasks, and have a very good visual of where each one of our leads is in this stage for them to be closed. Now, you can use anything whatsoever as long as it allows to automate things. There's many other CRMs that will help you do that. I mentioned some of them at the beginning of this video, so it's up to you for you to explore them, see what you like, what type of user experience or user interface is the best for you. Also, if you're looking for a follow-up training, I already have created a follow-up training in our company page. You'll find it here in the video. There's a link here, whether that's in the left side or the right side, to the training to follow up properly with your leads. And don't forget to customize your messages to make them even more effective. Right now with ChatGPT, you can actually personalize everything and use personalization tags to insert the client's name or property details and keep your messages short and to the point. And most importantly, make sure to follow up consistently. Automation can help you do the heavy lifting, but you still need to maintain a relationship with your clients. So make sure that your messages are engaging and are open-ended questions that start a conversation. Imagine that you're trying to catch a runaway zombie. A zombie, just like Walking Dead. So you know it's out there, but it keeps eluding you. That's what it's like trying to follow up with the potential clients without automation. So start thinking about your follow-up strategy and how automation can help. And remember, a little bit of personalization, consistency, and a little bit of systems will go a long way closing more deals. This is the last one that I'm going to cover. And he agrees with this. Reactivation campaigns. So what's a reactivation campaign? What the hell is that? It's the process of engaging or re-engaging with old leads that are in your pipeline. So, for example, you have people in your pipeline that's been there for a few months, weeks, even years, and you haven't done anything about it. So let's talk about reactivation campaigns, which is also called reoffer. A powerful way to bring all leads back to life and turn them into valuable deals. And it's for free. Let me paint the picture for you. So you generated a ton of leads in the past, but for some reason, they never turned into deals. Maybe the timing was not right, or perhaps the lead was not ready to commit. But what if I told you that those old leads that are still valuable and with the right approach, you can turn them into new deals? That's where a reactivation campaign comes in. With tools like MailChimp or ActiveCampaign or REIRocketForce.com, you can set up reactivation campaigns and automatically send a series of emails to your old leads, reminding them of who you are and what you can offer. You can even personalize text messages with their name and previous interactions that you've done to send SMS campaigns.